Hey, I'm NichBoy and welcome to Pocket for Tuesday, the 29th of March. Today on the show, 4K Station, when campers meet, and why does the mainstream media still hate us? Because we stole their mugs. Alright, here's what's making headlines. Sony's PlayStation VR headset may end up on PCs, according to Sony Computer Entertainment's Senior Vice President Masayasu Ito. In an interview with Japanese website Nikkei, in a translated quote, he says, "Since PlayStation 4 shares a lot of its components with PCs, the possibility is there. At the moment, we are focused on games, and we are not ready to make any announcements at this stage, but I'd say there will be an expansion into various fields." It looks like everybody on PC will also get to go to the Rapture. The as-yet unannounced PC port of the PS4 Walk 'em Up was made public in AMD's latest driver update. People with Radeon cards will notice that their new video card drivers include support for the Oculus, Hitman, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Developer The Chinese Room is yet to announce a release date, or even that the game is coming to the platform, but we know The Chinese Room. We know. Documents detailing information about Battlefield 5 have apparently been leaked online. If real, they suggest that the game will be called Battlefield 5 Eastern Front, and it will launch on the 6th of December this year. In classic EA style, there's also a rundown of planned DLC packs, which far outweighs the initial release content. So if it is a fake, it's devilishly realistic. And the latest batch of Xbox One backwards compatible games have been dropped. As the catalog closes in on 150 large, Halo Wars, Soul Calibur 2, and the King of Fighters 98 have joined the ranks. I'm joined now by Bajo Man to discuss our final news story. Hello.
Hello. How are you? You want to touch my hair?
Yeah,
Can I touch yours?
it's quite high today.
Oh, yours is greasy.
No, it's not.
It looks greasy.
It looks greasy.
It's a compliment. That's a good thing, right?
Oh, right, because yours is like horrifically dry? Is that what we're doing? Right, okay. Our babies will have lovely hair. The Wall Street Journal is now reporting that Sony will announce an Ultra HD capable PlayStation console before the PlayStation VR drops in October. Bajo, you love the graphics.
I do. I'm a fan.
Would you get an Ultra HD, I guess like 4K PlayStation?
Yeah, of course. But is it going to be 4K games or is it just going to be 4K video? That's the question.
I can't imagine it would be 4K games because that's that moving target thing of developers making a game that can scale up to 4K, but then also go down to, whatever everyone else is running.
If people love premium things, there's a market for premium things, and you do pay for it. I mean, look at that Xbox controller, which is lovely.
Oh yeah.
But $200, come on.
I want to touch it now, yeah.
So I think there'll be a market for that kind of thing. It's not an add-on, and in the past, add-ons kind of mess things up. It would be a whole new model, I assume.
Yeah, like a 4.5, PlayStation 4.5 or something.
Yeah, I mean, and who's to say games for consoles can't scale, because they scale on PC, and it has problems, but if you've only got two platforms to work with, those problems could be solved pretty easily, I think, compared to PCs, which are, heaps of different configurations. But 4K? I mean, come on. Right now, the consoles are struggling with 1080p, right? So how much is a 4K machine gonna cost? And what kind of abysmal frame rate are those games gonna have? I'm just guessing. Bad.
And so that's if they are trying to put games on it. They might be doing it just for television. Netflix streams at 4K, so you can watch 4K video. They're also saying that it potentially comes out before PlayStation VR, so that you can milk an extra bit of juice for the VR unit.
That makes sense.
I guess it does make sense. I guess it's weird to me because there's lots of rumors about this sort of potentially upgradable PlayStation, right? Or 4.5 PlayStation. And then there's also, we did talk about a story today where the VR might come out on PC. PlayStation VR might come out on PC. At this point, I wouldn't recommend anyone buy a PlayStation 4 console if there are, in the future, possibly a better one coming out, by the end of the year.
When you've got two different consoles in the same generation, it causes problems. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but I mean, look at the new 3DS and the 3DS, right? That's an issue. If I have a 3DS, I don't want to go buy a new 3DS for like a small amount of games.
By a small amount of games, it's a couple of games for that one that you need to work with that. I know, and so then I guess you're going, it's either something that could fracture the base and you start developing for one or the other, or it doesn't, and so therefore I go, is this just something that if you were buying a new one and you didn't own a PS4, then you would just go that one over the current old model. And at what point, like, then that's not really worth an upgrade for me.
Yeah. I guess, you know, if it does have more GPU power, though, that, for me, that's like,
where you live.
I want it.
That's where you
Let's
live.
do it. Whether it's for VR or not, like, anything that can improve the hardware, I think, is a good thing. But having said that, you know, I've got a 4K TV, which I have played one 4K game on, which was Dragon's Dogma, and not because it looks great in 4K, but because I could. I've got 2 very expensive graphics cards and they're pushing everything out, and it struggles with most 4K games.
Yeah.
Because they're not optimized or they just don't run very well. So it's a long way off, is my point. I'm still running things at 1440p, and I think that's a sweet spot at the moment.
Yeah, unless it's huge, I think I'll probably stick with my existing PS4. Moving on now to Thing of the Day. In Planetside 2, Cheddarfoot tried to play a sneaky camping game when capturing an enemy outpost. Well, the camper became the camped when Cheddarfoot realized he was not alone in his little hidey hole. No one lived to tell the tale. And now it's talk through time where you suggest a topic and we talk through it. Today's topic comes in from Roaming, who says gaming is mainstream. So why do movies and TV represent gamers and gaming so poorly? Bajo?
Yes.
Why do they hate us?
I think it's because they don't understand us, Nick. They don't understand us. You know, like, gaming stereotypes have been around for a long time.
Yep.
When you think of, like, gamers from the 90s, right? They're dirty kids in their rooms.
Yep.
And they're playing games all day and very antisocial. Like I was.
Yeah.
But
not untrue.
But
often
those stereotypes don't exist as much anymore, if at all, and it just takes a long time, I feel, for stereotypes to kind of get washed away. Because they're obvious, people can identify with them because they knew them when they were kids, right?
Yeah.
So it works in certain situations.
Well, a lot of people who make TV and film are of an age where when they write in nerds or antisocial people into their media, then they think about who they went to school with, who were the nerds, and those were the people who were messing around on Commodore 64 and that sort of thing. It's starting to change now because people who played video games as children are now making a lot of that content.
I like it though.
Yeah?
Because it used to upset me when I see like a stereotype game, like, I get angry about it, but now I'm like, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, you see like some guy, and he's playing Halo 3 on a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
It makes me happy to see their ignorance.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my office, Dex?
Winning.
Another thing here that could be at play is that we're still a subset of entertainment. I think movies are ubiquitous. I can't think of many people who don't watch movies or listen to music or watch TV. Everyone kind of does it in some way. Whereas lots of people do not identify themselves as gamers. In my family, everyone in my family plays a video game.
Yeah.
Except I'm the only one who is a gamer because I'm the only one who doesn't exclusively play like one game on their phone. And so a lot of people are just playing a game on their phone and they go, I'm not a gamer. So we are a different subset community.
Yeah.
And so it's easier to pick on subset communities because you can look at the most flawed sort of vocal parts of that community. You can look at like Gamergators and go, oh yeah, you're the loudest part of that community right now to the rest of the world. So I'm just gonna, smear you all with that brush.
What do these people do all day? These people that don't play games? Do they just stare at walls?
I don't know.
And like not have fun?
I don't know.
Because games are amazing.
Games are a lot. You don't need to convince these people that games are fun.
Games are great. It is, you are right though. We are kind of still niche.
Yeah.
But like that niche is really big.
Yes,
and it's a big business.
Yeah, totally.
It's just like people haven't played something like Uncharted 3 yet and realize what they're missing out on, which is something that I enjoy more than every other entertainment medium out there.
Yeah.
And I love saying this, games are coming up with genres still. We're still getting genres, right? We're still creating new ways to interact with this medium and enjoy it and love it, and I just don't know what they're missing out on, is my point.
I feel like we should push you to the front of the pack to go, look, we've got this guy. I do think though, in my opinion, that we also do sort of separate ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that the gaming community there's a lot of echo chamberness to it. The fact that this show exists and so many shows like this exist on YouTube is sort of a response to the fact that we love talking about the same thing over and over again to each other. And we do kind of like separate ourselves from the rest of the world in some way. Like even the fact that we identify ourselves as gamers, I don't identify myself as a movieer or even a film watcher or a TV lover. That I'm just someone who watches movies and TV like almost everyone else. But I am a gamer.
It's interesting that we have this label.
Yeah, and that is reflective of the fact that it's still a growing industry. You look at King, who developed Candy Crush, their whole sort of suite of games bring in 340 million unique players a month.
Oh, I bet their office is just gold. It's just pure gold.
Or just candy.
They're just eating gold and candy.
Yeah. But I, like you, do agree that it bugs me. Actually, it used to bug me, and now I laugh at movies and TV where the gamer people are so obviously getting it wrong. I feel like its days are numbered as people just grow up and it becomes the norm.
I only get angry when like the media get it wrong, where they like gamers are doing this, and they don't understand it and they portray us in a bubble of like crazy people.
Because it's not just an entertainment stereotype, it's you're actually you're putting misinformation.
It's misrepresentation.
And it's going to happen. Someone's going to have a VR headset on, and they're going to trip over the cord and die.
Fall out of a window or something.
And it's going to be games are killing your children, like VR is killing people.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's cords. Cords are the real problem, guys.
Yep.
Look out for
no more cords. Wireless everything, please.
I feel like that no more cords was the answer to the question. Yeah, cool. All right, that's it for today's episode of Pocket. My Pocketeers, thank you very much for sending in the talk through. Please suggest a talk through topic for tomorrow because Goose will not be on the episode with an IMO because there is not one in this week's show. Goose did not have an opinion. But while you're on the internet, please check out Good Game on Facebook, YouTube, and iView. Want to meet fellow Pocketeers? Then join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. You can follow Good Game on Twitter at Good Game TV, follow Pocket at NichBoy, at Pierreth, at GG Edit Monkey, and at Sam Gee, who has decided to turn up to work. He's at Budget Pants, and there are links to everything I just said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was sent in by Fluorine, Indium, Nitrogen. So I believe part of the periodic table has figured out how to use After Effects. Well done. If you've made a thing, please send it in. Now tonight, 8:30 p.m. on ABC2, Good Game is on. I have a first play of Bravely Second End Layer. What else is on the show?
UFC 2 tonight, and it's got a lot of character customization this time around. And I must say,
you've outdone yourself?
It's my swan song.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I was gonna say your swan song means no more.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, PlayStation VR. We played that, and I did not vomit, which is a bonus. And Grim Dawn, which is one of my favorite click 'em ups in ages.
And you did vomit.
And I did vomit. Out of joy.
Out of joy. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much, guys. Until tomorrow, NichBoy out.
I'm sorry for saying your hair was greasy.
I'm sorry for saying that your hair was like hideously dry.
No, it is. It is. Yeah.
Mine's
I'm very dry
greasy.
scalp.
Mine's a little greasy, baby. It's fine.
Come here. Come here.
Hug it out. Hang on. Wait. I can make it soft. Give me your hair.
Oh,
Give me your hair.
yeah. This'll work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We get paid for this.